Welcome to Pennyhill Junction and episode 7 of the Meet the Fleet series. In this episode I take a look at the eagerly anticipated Hornby R3510 Limited Edition Class 43 Great Western Railway HST Pack. On September 20th, 2015, First Great Western changed its name to officially become Great Western Railway, with a corresponding identity redesign being carried out by John Rushworth at Pentagram in London. The brief echoed what the train operating company has referred to as its Renaissance of Rail, a reflection of the £7.5 billion investment in the network. As part of the Great Western Mainline initiative, in this new version of the livery, the W in GWR is oversized, the zigzag being a suggestion of the electrification to come, whilst also dividing the G and R more distinctly. The dark green livery references the hue of the original GWR green, rather than being a direct copy, and was applied to power cars 43187 and 43188, with coach set LA15 on the inaugural 1133 IC81 London Paddington to Exeter St David's HST service.
So here we have it. I ordered it way back in February of this year. Here we are in September, and actually 3 months ahead of schedule, which is quite an achievement for Hornby. It is the Hornby GWR Class 43 Limited Edition HST Pack. Hornby part number R3510 with a HST power car 43187 and the unmotored car 43188. In my last Meet the Fleet video, I showed you the first Great Western Class 43 HST pack from Hornby, and as you see from the new GWR HST pack, and the packaging is identical with the polystyrene packaging. However, this unit, being that it's a limited edition, comes with a Hornby certificate of authentication. As you can see, this particular model is 287 out of 1000. The instruction leaflet is identical to the first Great Western Class 43, with general information, running hints, routine maintenance information, information on lubrication, how to remove the body, and finally instructions on how to fit the 8-pin decoder. And again, on the back page, some information around television suppression. Not sure if anyone suffers with those issues these days. And again, details on how you can obtain spare parts and service. Now, one thing the Hornby instructions don't give you information about is actually requirements for DCC functions. It was only recently, when speaking to fellow model railway enthusiasts, that I discovered that these HST sets require 2 8-pin decoders, one for the power car and also one for the unmotored car, in order that you can get full functionality of directional lighting. So when I first purchased the first Great Western HST, I only had the 1 8-pin decoder, so I only had the power car with lights, but I've recently purchased an additional decoder for the first Great Western HST, so now it has directional lighting on both the power and also the unmotored car. So in preparation for putting the GWR Class 43 on the layout, I've purchased 2 8-pin decoders so I can get them installed and have the directional lighting operating on both cars right from the off. So the first thing that really hits you with this particular model is the glossy finish. Hornby announced a few months back that to give it the more prototypical look, that they were going for the gloss finish as opposed to the matte. And I have to say, Hornby have done a fantastic job in applying the paintwork onto these locos. And also, again recently announced that Hornby are providing a detailing pack which has the GWR logo, which could be placed over the white logo on the loco there, again to give it a more prototypical look. Also what comes with the HSTs is this item here. If I'm honest, I'm not sure what these are for, so if you could tell me, please do leave a comment below. There's certainly no information in the instructions on what these are, so I'd be quite keen to find out, so I can add them into the loco if necessary. But yeah, very impressed with the finish. That looked very smart on the layout. So now I have both locos out of the polystyrene packaging, so you can get a closer look now of the superb gloss finish. Some excellent detail on the roof. So a really fab job, Hornby, really pleased. Okay, so we have the body now removed from the power car chassis. You'll see there blanking plate, the 8-pin decoder. So I'll get that removed now with a set of pliers and get the 8-pin chip installed. So the chip is now in place, and the first thing you'll see afterwards is actually we're going to put the decoder. You can be tempted to just slot it into here. Obviously that's the motor, and so you don't want to put it in there, otherwise it's going to cause some friction in there, and then probably will prevent smooth running. So all I do is I actually, I mean this is already insulated, this chip, so what I do is I just place it on top of the board. I just use a little bit of insulating tape to keep it in place. So now I have the chip in place, as you can see, just covered in some blue electrical insulating tape. Just keep it nice and secure, so from moving around and causing any internal damage. So what I do now is I'll put the body back on, follow the same process for the unmotored car, and get both locos onto the programming track before running them in. So for those of you that are interested, this is what the dummy car looks like internally. So there's the PCB, already installed the 8-pin decoder, and obviously being that there's no motor in this unit, there is more than enough space there to just leave the pin stored out of the way of the PCB and any moving items. Okay, so I now have both units on my temporary program track. So I'm going to get both decoders obviously configured under the same address. So using my Hornby Elite. So press the menu button, select the loco, select direct, select the address, and right. So the default address, as of all units, is address number 3. This is my 7th loco, but it will be address number 8, obviously 3 being the default. So I'll just enter address number 8. Red light starts to flash, which means it's programming. And then we have it. Job done. Both units programmed. I'll now get them onto the main track just to check that the decoders have been configured correctly, and then I'll get the power unit running around for half an hour in each direction. So the locos are now on the main track. And you can see there we have the front headlights on the power car, and the tail lights on the unmotorized car. Now we'll change of direction. Quickly switches the lights over to the opposite direction. So I'm happy with that. The decoder has been programmed. So now it's time to just test the running of the loco itself, which I'll do for around half an hour in each direction. Now the unmotored car now disconnected. I'm going to send the power car on its way for the very first time.